Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Radha Sham Sundar Radha Sham Sundar Radhe.
Jaya Radha Shama Sundarada Shama Sundaradi.
Jaya Radha Sham Sundar Radha Sham Sundar Radhe.
Jaya Radha Shama Sundarada Shama Sundaradi.
Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Radhi.
Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe.
Jaya Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Radhi.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe.
Jaya
Jaya
Radhe,
Radhe,
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe.
Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita,
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari
Bol, Hari
Bol.
Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jai Jaya Prabhupada,
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 Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jai Jaya Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada.
Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Jaya
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 Gurudev,
Gurudev.
Prabhupada, Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotra Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki.
Jai.
Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotra Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki.
Jai.
Ananda Gauri Vaishnav Vrinda Ki.
Jai.
Namacharya Thakur Ki.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की
Jai.
सर्व प्रेमानंदे.
Hari Hari Bol.
All glories assembled devotees, all
Hare
glories
Krishna,
assembled devotees,
Hare
all glories
Krishna.
assembled. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Pangajanaabhaya, Nama Pangajamaline, Nama Pangajanetraya, Namaste Pangajangre. Mukam karodi vachalam, Pangam langhayade girim. Yatkrivatamaham mande, Shri Gurum Dinatarinam, Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram, Paramanandamatavam. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita as it is, reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, and today's verses 3, 4, and 5. So, verse 3. Ashadadana Purusha Dharmasya Param Tava Aprapyamam Nivartande Mrityu Samsara Vatmani Ashadadana Purusha Dharmasya Param Tava Aprapyamam Nivartande Mrityu Samsara Vatmani Ashadadana Purusha Dharmasyasya parandava aprapyamam nivartande mrityu samsara vatmani. Siddhartha Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Asraddhadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parandava Aprapyamam Nivartande Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Siddha Maharaj.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अश्रद्धानः पुरुष धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मं निवर्तते मृत्यु संसार बत्मनि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Right. Siddhartha can read the translation.
Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 4. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtinam atstani sarvabhudani nachaham teshavastidam. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtinam matstani sarvabhutani naham teshavastida nachaham teshavastida. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtinam matstani sarvabhutani chaham teshavastida. Siddhamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिनां मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न च अहं तेषु अवस्थितः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Siddhartha Kurani.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina matsani sarva bhudani nachaham teshavastitaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Siddhamaji can read the translation.
By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text 5. Nachamatstani bhudani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhudavanna bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. Nachamatstani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhudavanna bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. Nachamatstani bhutani Pashyame Yogamaishwaram Bhudabrinna Bhudasto Mamatma Bhuda Bhavana. Yes, Siddhartha.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Najamatsani Budani Pasyame Yogamaishwaram Buddha Brinnaja Buddhasto Mamatma Buddha Bhavanam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Sindhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Nacha matstani bhutani pasya me yoge meshwaram bhuta bhurna cha bhutosto mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Hare Krishna.
Right. You can read the translation also.
Yes, yes, yes. Is the mighty of
No?
and yet everything that is created doesn't rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, still myself is the very source of creation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmenidam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sabidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Dubagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishadhan Vidamsta He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesham Gopiga Kandam Radha Kandam Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhan Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubhishta Kriva Sindhubhye Vacham Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Ashaddadanaha Purusha, Dharmasya Parandava. Aprapya mam nivartande mrityu samsara bhatmani. Those who are not faithful on the path of devotional service cannot attain me or conquer our foes, but return to birth and death in this material world. So, we have started a very important chapter in Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge, and is considered the king of knowledge. And the first three verses, Krishna is praising this, the most confidential knowledge, which is bhakti, devotion. And he's narrating the qualification of a person who recipient of bhakti, and what is the result of embarking on devotional path, and the qualities of bhakti. The particular qualities of bhakti in the second verse is given. So the primary qualification is that one should not be envious of Krishna. That is the most important qualification. It's very difficult for us living entities not to be envious of someone. Somehow, somewhere, we are envious of someone. And it all started in the realm of Golok Vrindavan, when we started envious attitude, unfavorable attitude towards Krishna, because we also want to enjoy. We wanted to be an enjoyer. We wanted to step into the shoes of Krishna. So that is a reason why we became envious of Krishna. And the result of that, we are now languishing in this material world. So Arjuna is such a devotee of Krishna that is totally non-envious of Krishna. Envious people, when they hear the glories of Krishna, they become very jealous, because they are devoid of these qualities and they hate to see these qualities in the Supreme Personality. Like that way in Srimad Bhagavatam also you find Daksha is very envious of Shiva. Shiva is endowed with all the auspicious qualities which makes him a Supreme Vaishnava. And Daksha is not Vaishnava at all. So he's always a fault finder. So he finds fault with Shiva in so many ways. But Shiva is not retaliating at me. He's just listening to what silently to all the abuses showered upon him by Daksha. This shows a nature of envious person. Envious persons are always compared to snakes. So once Srila Prabhupada listened to one class of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. In that class, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati stated that even the persons in goodness, sattvic persons, they are very happy when a snake is killed. Normally, sattvic persons, they don't harm any living entity. They feel very bad when they feel very hurt, and they feel very sorry when someone is in trouble or someone is in pain. But even that good-natured people, sattvic persons, they are happy when a snake is killed. So Srila Prabhupada, when he was just beginning in Krishna consciousness, listening to classes, he was a bit surprised why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is saying like this. And then later he found in Srimad Bhagavatam. And actually in Srimad Bhagavatam you can find two instances where the good-natured people are happy when the snake is killed. One in connection with Vena Maharaj, King Vena is killed by the Brahmanas. King Vena is the father of Prithvi Maharaj, as you will know, so you should know. And it was such a bad, totally mischievous ruler. He destroyed the Vedic system. He tried to destroy the Vedic system. He wanted to establish his own supremacy. And finally, since there was no other way, the Brahmanas killed him by just producing some sound. Again, in 7th canto, you will find when Hiranyakashipu is killed, then also this mentioned that the sattvic persons were very happy. So, envious people, they don't like Supreme Personality or Vaishnavas being praised or glorified. They feel that they are the object of glory, or they want to get to usurp these qualities of the Supreme Personality. But Arjuna, as Krishna is totally non-envious of Krishna. That is his primary qualification for listening to this description of bhakti. So in the second verse, you will find that so many qualities of bhakti. Raja Vidya is king of knowledge. Raja Guhyam is most confidential knowledge. Pavitram Uttamam is most purified, pure knowledge. It's pure, it's very pure. Pratyachavagamam. Pratyachavagamam is a direct perception of results. And then you find dharmyam, it is righteousness. And susugam kartum is easy to execute. And avyayam. What is avyayam? Last class also raised this question. What is avyayam? Why bhakti is called avyayam?
It's eternal.
Yes, even after the goal is achieved, the bhakti continues. Normally, in yoga system, when the goal is achieved, the process is also suspended because is done with it. It's called oblation. You don't require the process anymore because the result is already achieved, the end is realized, the goal is achieved. So the goal, the process ends there. Like in Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga or Karma Yoga, when the result is achieved, the process is no longer continued. But in Bhakti, it is continuing. Because Bhakti, in the bonded state and the liberated state, the same. Because same way we are worshipping Krishna in the bonded state, and then we are continuing to worship Krishna in the liberated state also. So that is why Bhakti is Avyaya, and that is why Bhakti is called transcendental. The process is transcendental. Other two processes are not transcendental. Other processes. Bhakti is directly coming from the heart of the Supreme and is transferred to the heart of these living entities. And the medium, the via medium, is a guru, the spiritual master. So you can see this Susugam Kartum is very easy to execute. Then Arjuna was wondering why, if that is so easy and so easy process and very beneficial and very pleasure giving, so much pleasure, why people are not taking up this process? So that is why then Krishna answers Ashadadana. That is because of faithlessness, lack of faith. So lack of faith is a chief cause, the main cause for us not to progress in devotional service or not taking up the devotional service. Even after taking up devotional service also, we are not able to progress as rapidly as we would like to. Now, faith is very, very important. If you don't have faith in Supreme Personality, then how will you believe His words? And if you don't have words and faith in the Guru, then how will you be able to accept whatever he says is true? So acceptance of Guru is primarily important. And you have to make the correct decision, or correct choice of Guru. Who should be my Guru? If you cannot have faith in one Guru, then what is the point in having Guru? If you are not believing the words of the Guru, then what is the point in having a Guru? That you should have a Guru is given in Upanishads. Tad vijnanatam saiva guru agached brahmanishtam samitpanhi shrotavyam brahmanishtam. Tad vijnanartham sa gurum eva abhigached. If you want the knowledge, tad vijnana, if you want to know the knowledge of supreme knowledge, you should approach a spiritual master. Tad vijnanatam sa gurum eva abhigached. How you should approach a good Guru? Samitpanihi. Samitpanihi having a bundle of straw, what we call wood, or a straw, bundle of straw, carrying it in the head, which indicates humility. You're approaching, there's so many verses in Vaishnava literature when it said that when you are approaching a supreme authority, you should have a straw in your teeth. biting the straw in your teeth, then you prostrate yourself before the Guru. So the bundle of sticks also indicates your aprarabdha karma, the bundle of karmic reactions. So that's a symbolic of this. We are carrying a bundle of sticks. You're going to Guru because to get rid of these karmic reactions, to annihilate these karmas. And then who should be the Guru? Shrotavyam. He should have heard from authorized sources. That means he should be coming from a parampara. Shrotavyam. And Brahmanishtam. Brahmanishtam means he should be firmly established in Brahman. So if you have such a Guru, then then if you are not listening to his words, what's the question of faith? So in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Anarya. He's not addressing Arjuna. He says that whatever these emotions or these weaknesses that you are showing is not suitable for Aryas. Which is that verse? Second chapter, the second verse. Kutastam kashmanavidam vishame samavastidam anarajishtam aswargyam akirtigaram Arjuna. Anarya, this kashmalam, this the weaknesses or this the impurities which you are exhibiting, which is suitable only for the Shudras, is not befitting you, Arjuna, because you are actually an Aryan, but you are behaving like a non-Aryan. So Aryans are very advanced persons, and any advanced person who is spiritually advancing, he should have a spiritual master. He will be having a spiritual master. Otherwise, he cannot progress. So Aryans, in the very beginning of history, they are spread in the normally the Caucasian range of this our planet, comparating of starting India to the Caucasian planets, Caucasian range. And that is the Caucasian range falls somewhere in the middle of Europe. So some persons are saying that yes, Aryans are originating from this area. Srila Prabhupada says it's partly true. Actually, Aryans are originating from on the civilized part of our country, which is India. And when Parashurama came, he executed or he destroyed or he started destroying these Kshatriyas. He did it some 21 times. And the Kshatriyas, they ran away from here. And some of them settled in the border of Europe, like Greece, Turkey, and those areas. Some in Arabian mountains also. So that culture was there, still there, and so that is the Aryan culture flourished in those countries also. So Arjuna is an Aryan, and he'll have implicit faith on Krishna. But those who are not having faith are Shadadana. They will not mind the words of Krishna, no, they will mind the words of the Guru. So this dharma, this devotion, is an activity, as mentioned in this verse, dharma. It's a process by which you can cleanse yourself. And if you are not having faith, then it's very difficult for you to progress. So faith is most important in any process, especially in the bhakti, because bhakti is so sublime, and it can have the result only when it is performed. So that is called dharma. It has to be performed, it has to be executed. And unless you have the implicit faith, it will be very difficult for you to execute these limbs of devotion service. The 9 persons, Navadha. So faith is most important, and faith is defined in many of our scriptures. Chaitanya Charitamrita gives what is the meaning of faith. It's called Shraddha. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kahe Sudhira Nishchaya Krishne Bhakti Gaile Sarvakama Krudahaya. Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kahe Sudhira Nishchaya. It is a belief, strong belief. Is a what do you call Sudhridha. Sudhridha means firm. Nishchaya means certain. So it's a double superlative. Sudhridha Nishchaya. Having implicit faith that if you do devotion service to Krishna, if you render devotion service unto Krishna, unto Krishna, Bhakti Gaile, then everything will be automatically achieved. That is the strength of faith. Just like the roots of, if you're watering the roots of a tree, all the nourishment is spreading to the trunk, to the branches, the twigs. Like that, if you are having faith on Krishna, then everything will be very fine. It will fall into places. So according to a degree of faith, people are divided into 3 categories. Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta. Shraddhavan Janahaya Bhakti Adhikari, Uttama, Madhyama, Kanishta. Shraddha Anusari. Shraddha Anusari means according to proportion of faith. According to the proportion of faith, the devotees are divided into 3 groups: Uttama Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Kanishta Adhikari. Uttama means first class devotee, topmost devotee. Madhyama means intermediate, and Kanishta means the lowest class. Is sometimes called as Pragrita Bhakta. So the symptoms of this first class or topmost devotees described as Shastra Yukte Sunipana Dhrida Shraddha Yandra. So having expertise, having deep knowledge in Shastras as well as Yukti. Yukti means in arguments, or we can say in logic, in rational. If you're having expert knowledge in this, both the Shastras as well as in logic. Sunipana means expert, very expert. And then Dhrida Vishwa, Yara Dhrida Shraddha, deep faith. So deep faith and knowledge. That is Uttamadhyari. Setaraya Samsare. So he is able to deliver the whole world. Such a devotee, topmost devotee, only he is able to deliver the whole world. Like our Srila Prabhupada can very easily make out how we can understand his Uttamadhyari, because he has delivered the whole world. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Vaishnava is judged or evaluated by how many living entities is able to bring to Krishna consciousness. The more you are able to bring to Krishna consciousness, the more you are advanced. Only the topmost devotee can attract numberless people, lakhs and lakhs of people, to take up the Krishna consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada was able to do that in a very short period. So undoubtedly he is an Uttamadhikari. But Uttamadhikari has come down to platform of Madhyamadhikari, whereas of preaching Madhyamadhikari is required. For preaching, you have to be in this intermediate platform because you have to interact with so many persons. So that we'll see later. So who is in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also, this is given, who is an expert? Shastra Yukta Sanubana Sarvada Dhrida Nishaya Prauda Shaddo Adhikariya Sabhakta Uttamo Mata. One who is expert in logic and in understanding the revealed scriptures and who always has firm conviction and deep faith, that is not blind. The faith is not blind. Is to be considered a topmost devotee in devotional service. That is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Then if you come to Srimad Bhagavatam also, the Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and the Kanishtadhikari are described in the 11th canto, 2nd chapter, verses 46, 47 and 48. The 46 describes the Uttamadhikari. They say, Ishwari Tad Adineshu, sorry, 45 is Uttamadhikari. Sarva Bhudeshu Yapashye Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanaha Bhudani Bhagavadi Atmani Esha Bhagavatoma. Sarva Bhudeshu Yapashye Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanaha. The most advanced devotee sees within everything the soul of souls, Supreme Personality of Godhead. In every way you will find, in each and living pore of life, he perceives the presence of Krishna. Bhudani Bhagavadi Atmani Esha Bhagadotama. Consequently, he sees everything in relation to Supreme Personality, understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within Krishna. So, he sees a connection. Everything is related to Krishna. Maya Sarvamedam Proktam Sutre Maniganaiva. Krishna says that. So everything is connected to me. Everything is related to me only. I am the source of everything. And I am in them. Maya Tadamim comes later. So that person who can understand this thing very clearly, that person is an Uttamadhikari. So who is a Madhyamadhikari, who is a intermediate one? It says, Shastra Yukti Nahi Jane Drida, Nahi Jane Drida Shaddavan Madhyamadhikari Se Mahabhagyavan. Shastra Yukti Nahi is not very deep knowledge. It doesn't have deep knowledge in Shastras or logic. But Drida Shaddavan, but faith is very strong. But firm faith, that is considered to be a second-class devotee or Madhyamadhikari. But he is Bhagyavan. Why is he called Bhagyavan? Because he can make the distinctions between this. There is given Srimad Bhagavatam. When you come to Bhagavatam, the description of Madhyamadhikari, you can find that he has got good discriminatory ability. Ishware Tadadineshu Balisheshu Adishisucha Prema Maitri Kriva Upeksha Yakarodi Samadhyama. So there are four categories of the Ishvara. Then Tat Adineshu, one who is very close to Krishna, one who is totally absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Tat Adineshu, Ishvara, Tad Adineshu. And then one Balisheshu. Balisheshu means neophytes or ignorant people. And then Dushatsu. Dushatsu means envious. So how he responds, how he connects, or how he behaves with these, it is gains that Ishware Prema Maitri Kripa Upeksha. With Krishna, it is love. It associates his Maitri Bhava friendship And with this ignorant or the neophyte, it is kripa, mercy. And with the envious persons, he just ignores them, neglects them. So you can find this discrimination in the Madhyamadhikari, because that is needed in preaching. Preaching, you cannot consider everyone to be, of course, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna only. But when you are envious persons are there, they create so much disturbance that it is very difficult for others to peacefully peacefully proceed with their devotion or peacefully execute the devotional service. So they become a very big disturbance. So that disturbance people, you have to neglect them, or you have to not associate with them at all, disregard them. Although they are part and parcel of Krishna, but they create so much disturbance, the Madhyamadhikari will not have any dealings with them. So in the platform of Madhyamadhikari, in preaching, the Madhyamadhikari has to do this. So that is why when Srila Prabhupada is preaching, he has called so many persons as rascals. Because rascal is a person who is foolish, plus he wants to drag others along with him. If you are a foolish person, okay, you are doing harm to yourself only. But if you are a rascal, you are trying to preach some foolish idea and try to bring try to drag these ignorant people, so innocent people, into his foolish idea. So that person is called rascals. So Srila Prabhupada has addressed so many persons as foolish and rascals while he's preaching. And people are surprised why Uttamadhikari is doing like this. So that is required. In preaching, that is required. You cannot treat everyone equally. Compassion may be there, but treatment should be different. Otherwise, you cannot continue with preaching. Because you have to protect this innocent people, you have to protect their nicely develop them. So when innocent people or good devotees are being ill-treated, naturally you'll get angry. You have to tell those persons that this is not a nice thing, it's not proper thing, you have to stop this. So when it is required to take the dand, you have to take the dand. So that is Madhyamadhikari. And then you have this, the last one is called this Kanishtadhikari. Is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita as Yahara Komala Shraddha Sa Kanishta Jana. Komala Shraddha means that faith is very soft, not very strong. So it's neither he has a strong faith, nor does he have strong knowledge also. Such a person is Kanishtadhikari. But if he is sincere, he can progress nicely. That is why Krame Krame Tenho Bhakta Hebe Uttama. So everyone can be an Uttamadhikari, provided you are very, very sincere and dedicated, and slowly develop your these things, this faith and everything. And so faith is very much required, and faith can be created or developed only with association. Srila Prabhupada mentions this in his purport. Only through association of devotees can our faith be strong, or first it has to be created and then has to be strengthened. So that is why in the 9 steps of on devotion, starting from Shraddha, you have a Sadhu Sangha. The second step is Sadhu Sangha. Association is very much required. Ramanujacharya says that if all the processes are failing, you sit with Vaishnavas. So association of devotees is very much required for our faith to increase. Then you will find so many highly advanced people, highly advanced devotees, and you carefully observe them, associate with them, have their mercy, and understand how they are progressed. And slowly you imbibe those qualities also. Otherwise, what happens if you don't have faith? Then actually, aprapya mamni, within the second option, you will not able to get me. You can now attain me, and you will fall back into this the whirlpool of BODD, birth, old age, disease, and death, loitering the 84 lakh species. That is our misfortune. That is their misfortune. So, how to increase our faith? On Krishna. Suppose you want to believe in Krishna, faith in Krishna. So Krishna is giving his majestic description. He's giving the majesty, his majesty, describing his majesty. When somebody is given this majesty, then naturally, the faith will be instant. So Krishna starts with this session 4 to 10, verses 4 to 10. He gives his majestic qualities to inspire devotion in us. So he says, Maya atadabidam sarvam jagad abhyakta mutina matstani sarva bhudani nachaham teshavasida. I pervade everything. I am pervading everything by my invisible energy, unmanifested form. So that is Krishna is entering into everything. Andandarastha paramanam, chayandarastha. Andandarastha paramanu, chayandarastha. In each and every atom. In 8th chapter it says that anu yamsham. Even the smallest particle of anu, Krishna is entering as the smallest. So Krishna is entering into the universe in each and every particle, each and every atom of the universe through his unmanifested form. And he is maintaining everything. Mastani Sarva Bhudani. The universe is in me. First he says that I am the universe. Now he says that universe is in me. Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra. Sarvam cha mai pashyati. So he pervades everything, and everything is contained himself in it. Sarvasya dhataram. Everything is contained in Krishna. So the understanding is Garbhodashaya Vishnu and Kshirodashaya Vishnu. Two Vishnus are there. The Garbhoda, everything is coming from Garbhodashaya Vishnu. Garbhodashaya Vishnu is containing everything. From his navel, everything sprouts. Lotus flower is the Brahmandas. And when the living entities are coming here, the living entities are permeated by the Kshirodashaya Vishnu as Paramatma. So Krishna says, Yimaya tadam sarvam jagadabhyakti murti namatstani sarva bhudani nachaham teshavasida. But I am not in them, in the sense that everything is dependent on me, but I am not depending on them. Everything is depending on Krishna for their existence. Krishna is not depending on anyone at all or anything at all. So that is the meaning. So these energies of Krishna, both energies of Krishna, is described as you have seen in the 7th chapter. And Krishna is the source of all those energies. That is also given there. Verses 4, 5, and 6. Bhumira ponilo vayu. Then apareyamidastvanyam pradim midhime padam. Then so Krishna is pervading the whole universe through his energy. And everything is contained in Krishna, but Krishna is not in them. That means Krishna is not in his energies. Krishna has energy. The energies are one with Krishna, at the same time different from Krishna. So Krishna is not in his energy, but everything energy is coming from Krishna, is Krishna's energy only. After describing that, in the next verse, he even says something, in the 5th verse, he says, Nachamatsani sarva bhudani pashyame yogamaishwaram. So Arjuna is confused. Right? First you say that everything is within me, matsani sarva bhudani. Now he says, Nachamatsani bhudani. Why it is not then contained in you? Now, if you say that everything is contained in Krishna, then makes a Krishna is executing very hard Herculean task, taking everything in him. Srila Prabhupada gives an example of Atlas. You have seen the Atlas, one big person carrying, very struggling in that Earth planet on his shoulder. It is not like that. In case of Krishna, it is not like that at all. Everything is done very effortlessly by Krishna. Everything is done very effortlessly. He says that Bhudabrint na Bhudabrint cha Bhudasto. Bhudabrint. Bhudabrint means is a maintainer of all living entities. Bhudastha means the cosmic manifestation. Everything is maintained by Krishna only. Everything is maintained by Krishna by his will only. Mama Mahya Atma means my will. By my will only, I am maintaining everything. It is not that I have to struggle everything and it is a hardest task for me. It's not like that. Swabhavigi Balakviyachan. Shedra Moshe says it's like that. Parasya Shakti Videva Shoyere Swabhavigi Jnana Balakriyacha. The energies of Krishna are acting automatically. It is not that it is a great effort is required to maintain this world. No. If Krishna wills something, it will happen. So Srila Prabhupada says, for us, if you want to will something, then you have to overcome so many obstacles. And most of the times you will not be able to achieve also. Or even if you are able to achieve, it will be achieved in proportion, not in full extent. Not the way we would like to achieve. Maybe some 50% or 60% will be achieved, not in 100%. For us to attain anything or achieve something is a big struggle. But for Krishna, it's very easy. It just wills that it happens. So this is explained by acharyas. Normally, if you find in other this one, we find that the persons are complaining that there are so many contradictions in Bhagavad Gita. They show these two verses. These are contradictions. A person who is famous in making life living, art of living. That person was saying that there are contradictions in Bhagavad Gita. This is a contradiction. First he says that Nacha Matsani Sara Bhudani. Then he says that Nacha Matsani Bhudani. So you need a spiritual master, for bona fide spiritual master, authority in this can explain this. Otherwise, you will be confused. We will be confused. So that is the most important, of us selecting a guru. You have to understand who is guru. Guru should be coming from parampara. That's why we have this when we glorify one day hum Shri Guru, Shri Yuda Patagamalam, Shri Guru. So we worship the Guru and then we worship the predecessor Gurus also. Guru. One day hum Shri Guru, Shri Yuda Patagamalam, we worship the lotus feet of Guru. Shri Guru, then his predecessors, like we have Srila Prabhupada, our Guru. And then you have Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. And then you have Gaurish Kishore Babaji. Then above me you have Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Then Jagannath Das Babaji. Like that. Vaishnavamsa, then all the Vaishnavas. Then you have the Shad Goswami, Shrirubam, Sagrajadam, Sahagana Regunadhanvidam, Tam Sajivam. All the Shad Goswamis. Parampara. Then Sadvaitam Savadhutam. Sadvaitam, along with Advaita Acharya, Avadhuta, Savadhuta. Avadhuta is Nityananda Prabhu. Avadhuta means one who is like a madman. He's always in ecstasy. You will now know what he's going to act, how he's going to act. Sometimes he'll jump into Ganges and for days together he'll swimming in these branches. It's very difficult to see how this person will act. It's like almost like a madman because he's taught all the time in ecstasy, so he's acting as madman. Savadhuda, Sadvedam Savadhuda, Parijana Saidam, Krishna Chaitanya Devam. So the associate, then you have our Guru, then our Guru Parampara, then Shat Goswamis, then the Panchatattva. And then what? Sri Radha Krishna Pada, Lalita Vishaga. Sadvedam, Savadhudam, Parijana Saidam, Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Sri Radha Krishna Padan, Sahagana Lalita Vishagan Midamscha. Then finally we reach Krishna through the Sakhis. Prominent 8 Sakhis are there, and among them 2 are very prominent, Lalita and Visakha. Then finally you attain this Radha Krishna. So if you have to attain Radha Krishna, you have to follow the bona fide channel of a parampara system. And if you are not following the parampara system, you'll always be languishing this material world. Aprapyamam nivatande mrityu samsara gatmani. So we are all very fortunate that we have Srila Prabhupada as our Guru, and we have the Guru Parampara. Then we have this Vaishnava, Shrinkala, Shat Goswamis, everyone is there. So we are a big family and we feel so protected. Only for us, the only thing left for us is just to follow the instruction. That's all. Let's do that. Go back to Krishna. Thank you very much. So, any questions? Signamaji, we are not seeing you for that Shanadi. Is the time not suitable for you? 8:30?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, we are not seeing for the Shayanardi. I am telling you, please join for Shayanardi. Because we have very nice song at the time, Radha Krishna Pranamela.
Okay, Prabhu. Today I will join. Actually, I was reading Bhagavatam during that time, so I could not get myself free. Today I will join.
Bhagavatam means there's a Bhagavatam class at the time? Or
no,
you are
Prabhu,
reading on your own?
Reading.
On your own?
Reading.
Okay. This takes about 12 minutes, that's all. 12 to 13 minutes, that's all. Starts at 8:25, finishes at 8:37, 8:38.
Okay, Prabhuji. 8:25.
8:25 you can join. 8:25.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And that song that is that Shayanadi song is Radha Krishna Pranamora. You know the song?
Yes, Prabhuji. I have written that.
I have that. No?
Yes,
especially which is rendered very nicely by Loknath Swami Maharaja. I put in the group also. If you want, I can give it to you again.
Yes, Radha Krishna Pranamora Jugal Kishore.
Yeah, Jugal Kishore. Yes. So after a couple of days, you can sing that also. It'll be
okay,
nice.
Prabhuji, it's yours.
Right. Please join.
Sure,
right. Thank you.
Okay,
so now we can put that Shaurashtakam.
Yes.
Shall I start?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vaje prasiddham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukula chauram anega janmajida pava chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami Shri Radhigaya hridayasya chauram नवाम्बुदश्यामलकान्ति चौरम् पदाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरम् चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं या करोति विश्वं पदिगेहहीनम् केनाव्यहो भीषणचौरयित्रे दृष्टो शुदो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामाभिहरति अशेषम् गिरिप्रसारानभिपावराशिन् आश्चर्यरूपोऽनुचौरदिग्रे दृष्ट्वा शुदो वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च तदेन्द्रियाणि प्राणां च हृत्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे कुत्र दुर्दोद्य चौरा त्वं भक्तिदानां से मया निरुद्धा चिनास्ति घोरं यमपाशबन्धं विनास्ति भीमं भवपाशबन्धं विनास्ति सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नैव मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् मन्मानसे तमसा राशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्धा तापस्व हे चौर हरे चिराय स्वचौरदोषोजितमेव दण्डम् कारागृहे वास सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धन निश्चरसन् त्वं कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशतान्तरेवि सर्वस्य चौरहृदयं पूजयामि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we can render Narasam Kirtan ji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Shall I render, Prabhuji?
Yes. Narasam Kirtan.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Pradadaladaine, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Silatankanakhalai, Ito Narsinho Parito Narsinho, Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsinho, Narsinha Narsingham Adi Sharanam Prapade Tabakara Kamalabari Nakham Utasringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrangam Keshabadrita Saramarupa Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish
Hare Jai
Jagadish Hare
Jai
Narsingadev
Jai
Narsingadev Narsingadev Jaya Narsingadev Jaya
Narahari Jai Narahari Narahari Jai Narahari Jai Shri Narasimha Jai Shri Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jai Shri Narasimha
Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Narasimha Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Om Ugrang Birang Mahaveshnum Jolantang Sarvatomukam Nursingham
Krishna Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Praladesha Jai Padma Bhringa
Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa. Hare Krishna.
Shuddha Bhakti Vinashari Shri Narasimha Bhagwan ki
Jai.
Vaishnava Bhakti Shesh Parad Maharaj ki
Jai.
Jai.
Vancha Kalpadrubhischa
Sindhu Vaishnava
Nanda Godi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Jai.